All right. Ready to go. The countdown thing totally just played, but I think I switched it at the last second. But we used the proper recover game function, so it's all good. CranK's PC derped a little bit, but all is well. That ends well. As, yeah. We're jumping back into game number 1 of the third place decider match. For those of you that weren't aware, the prize pool jumps up by $400 from $600 to be split between both players to $1,000 to be split between both players, which is also pretty nice. Some speed links for HaNfy are going to run in. And these Marines, blocking the ramp quite nicely, actually, as he's not going to be able to... well, actually, MMA kind of opened up the door here, and he does actually kill the Marines. For some reason, I didn't think that would work. Well, he just cleaned up all the Marines. Now he can go to the natural expansion, and HaNfy, he's actually still got a couple more links coming across the map. He's gone back into droning, but definitely a successful bit of harassment here, as these SCVs don't really want to run towards that ramp, or they'll just die. So he's like, okay, I'll back off. Oh, you built another SCV? Well, let me just kill that. No worries. He's, yeah, he's just kicking some ass over here on these SCVs. MMA taking some very, very early heat. And some more Marines are going to move in. Oh. Ling's dying. There are some Hellions showing up now with some Marines for Lillekanin. So Lillekanin is getting ready to be really aggressive. Another 20 Zerglings on the way for HaNfy. I think they're trying to capitalize on the damage that they've done at this point in the game. There is a Stalker for CranK, and if it comes too far out to try to poke against this army, then he could lose it very quickly. There will be enough energy for another Foot and Overcharge soon, but oh no! What if he gets the Mothership Core right now? Oh! Well, now there won't be another Foot and Overcharge. No, not anytime soon. This is actually a very, very tricky position, because if these Lings continue to come across the map in large droves, the Lings deal with the Stalkers, and then the Hellions just can clean up all the Marines. I'm very, very worried right now for the red team as this army continues to move in. The Oracle for CranK's going to try to help out with this, but there are enough Marines to actually handle the Oracle. The question is, can he get the Marines down? Okay, that Oracle was a game changer. Never mind. He's good. He's good. They've staved the attack off for now. Is he going to try to move in? The Hellions really needed to get some better shots on MMA's Marines for that to work out. It was a nice try. I thought there was a chance it could work, but MMA's Marines were just very, very, very well postured and did not take too much damage. HaNfy's checking around here to protect this third base. I mean, CranK's had this probe here with this pylon for maybe close to a century now. As, yeah, they've basically just been chilling. He's gonna get to work on these rocks. Quite a few of his Hellions. Rocks take a while. These rocks aren't floating. Like this rock. I don't know who gave this rock permission to float. I have never seen that. Does it float on all the other ramps? Are there any other... No, these rocks are on the ground. These rocks are where they belong. That rock... No, those rocks aren't floating. I'm very, very bothered by this. What about on this side? Is there a floating rock on this side? Nope. No floating rocks, guys. I'm filing a bug report to Blizzard. We're fixing this. 2 Medivacs MMA are moving across the map. A Ling. Oh, did he spot that? He might have. Ooh. He's not moving anything back inside of his main base, so maybe he didn't spot it. This could be tricky. A tank's going to plan itself for Lillekanin, though. But, yeah, I mean, unless he drops on top of the tank itself, I don't think there's too much else that he could do. Like, MMA could try to force his way in. He is MMA, after all. BlizzCon finalist and, you know, former champion of close to everything. Here come the Medivacs. Is he going to just swing around and try to drop on that tank? I think so. Now he boosts around, he dodges the turrets, and he plants right on top of the T-tank of MMA. Lillekanin's tank immediately dies. Next one dies. He got another one tucked on the bottom left of his main base, and that one should also die as the Ling support comes up for HaNfy now, but it's Stim Marines against just regular Lings. Does MMA have attack upgrade? Yes, MMA has +1 attack. There's only... Actually, there's 1/1 done for these Lings, which is really, really nice for HaNfy. This Mothership Core is working on these rocks. The Hellions are still working on these rocks. That takes them forever. And HaNfy's going to send some Lings to counterattack towards this third base. There's not too much actually here to defend for the red team at all, now that I think about it. These 2 Medivacs are going to go clear the tower out, but that's not going to be quite in time to defend this third Nexus. With the 1/1 upgrades, he might even be able to shut down and force a cancellation on the third base if he moves on top of it immediately. He gets the cannon, kills the cannon, no cancel. And this pylon should also die, but yeah, I guess he wants to make sure he kills the pylon. Then he wants to get the Nexus. These Lings have no escape, so they should just try to kill this. I don't think they will be able to, though. They got quite low. But yeah, I don't know how he's supposed to escape here. These rocks still exist, so he's just trying to distract this army, buy himself some time. And oh wow, he's not actually come over to deal with it yet. I guess this Colossus could do the trick. He's got range coming in soon. We have Infestors and a Hive on the way for HaNfy. as CranK and MMA just setting themselves up nicely. Pretty good position here. Ling's checking every which way that a drop could come by. HaNfy's actually had really good map vision because of this. MMA comes over, he kills this Ling. He's like, oh, okay. Clean that up. There's still a few more. Oh, he's making Banelings. Oh, there's a bunch of probes transferring. It's your time, HaNfy. It's your time to become a real American hero, even though you're not American at all. In fact, the Banelings at the Ling support might even be able to finish the Nexus off. No. I'm thinking about a magical world of unicorns there. Oh! He fungled the Medivacs. I don't think the fungal would do anything though. Yeah, he could have thrown another fungal, but it wouldn't have helped because he didn't have anything to actually kill off the Medivacs themselves. They would have gotten away with just a little bit of hit points. CranK's walling this off against Ling, so these Banelings are going to slowly become less and less useful, and CranK doesn't see this little force up here. He doesn't know. As MMA's Medivacs fan out, coming back home a little bit. The Banelings are going to waddle that mineral line. CranK. Okay. He realizes. He pulls away. That could have been really ugly. And he doesn't really lose much of anything, save for some hit points. These Lings are trying to cancel CranK's fourth base, though. And this they might actually be able to do. They're getting it very, very low. Very low. +2 attack is about to finish, but it's not quite enough. Nope. The dream is dead. He almost had it. These Hellions for Lillekanin are trying to check the map out. It looks like they're still going to play the Roach Hydra Viper mech. Actually, no, they're not. It's Ling Bane Ultra mech. Yeah, Ling Infestor Ultralisk mech. He doesn't want to play with the Roach Hydra Viper because he's not playing against a mech Terran, which I guess is understandable. The Banelings could actually end up being useful, but I guess the Siege Tanks are the Ultralisks, like the real kicker here. I'm almost curious about when they're going to actually push because I feel like the early damage that they did has set themselves up where maybe it's worth trying something. This depends, because Lillekanin, he is finally building a lot of tanks. In most of the other games that we've seen Lillekanin play today, he did not focus on the siege tank production, instead opting for faster transitions into those air units, into those mech forces. And that's also reasonably understandable. SCV? No. Wrecked. A couple Lings are going to swing around. He wants to check all the bases. MMA getting a late +2 attack. Look at these 3-3 on the way. Chitinous, plating. Oh, he's only got +3 attack on the way. It looks like a +3 armor type upgrade, Chitinous. And is he going to get to work on these rocks? No, there's a cannon here that's going to actually clean up the Lings. Can it hit all of them? Wow, photon cannons are so freaking OP. So there's a little bit of a bio push out here from MMA, and actually quite a few siege tanks, but breaking the creep would be quite tricky. Oh man, HaNfy has the badass Collector's Edition Ultralisks. That is so freaking cool. He's going to try to just swallow this army whole. The siege tanks are not sieged up. The Hellions are going to chase into this at the same exact time. He fungles the siege tank, so MMA cannot get away from this position. He's going to continue to move in and manages to get another surround. A couple of the siege tanks are trying to get away. He drops onto the high ground. MMA going to siege on the high ground, but I don't think it's actually going to help him because the Vikings are going to kill the Medivacs off. And this isn't Legacy of the Void. You can't shotgun those flying tanks. Ultralisks are crashing in to the Terran army, bungling everything in place with those infestors, and he's just moving in. He's ravaging absolutely everything. And we're going to see Lillekanin and HaNfy take the first game here because I don't know how they're going to kill this massive force. Even Banelings coming in from behind. This choke point created by the building command centers was the only thing he had going for him. The Colossi are actually doing a phenomenal job of kiting, but MMA has dropped below 100 supply, loses all the SCVs at the third base. These Colossi, as good as they are, there's still Vikings on the map for Lillekanin, and he can continue to press those away since the Marine count is so low against this many tanks. Oh boy, CranK going for the Desperation Dark Templar. Where are they warping in? They were in his main base. He's just making Archons? I'm not sure. I couldn't actually see where the DTs were being warped. I couldn't actually see. But, oh, they're on the army. There's the scans, and they all die. CranK loses every last DET. The Ultras and Lings cleaning up CranK's third base. They're going now for the fourth base. The Zergling's not going to be halted, but just a couple of photon cannons with those 3-3 upgrades with the adrenal glands. They attack so damn fast. This Ultras was a real hero. He died, but he did the job that he needed to do. And these Zerglings. Okay. I can see this. Warping in a lot of DTs to clean up the Lings, so that's one way that he can start to defend himself a bit more. And with the infestors, though, he has easy access to detection. CranK is at 150 supply. He's climbing back up there. Those Colossi are really the biggest thing that they have going for them right now. MMA does secure this bottom right base. He's going to try to make another planetary fortress to lock himself down. But, oh, more DTs. Oh, more DTs. And if he scans, he's going to do a friendly fire damage. Wow. Fungal. Okay, there's two of them. That's nice. There's still another DT. He needs to fungal. That's actually really nice DT play by CranK. Allows them to finally push back this tank line that was sieged on their front door. Hey, Observer. As HaNfy still has a lot of forces on the map. They knocked down the gold base. I really thought that was a potential game-winning push, but the Colossi micro out of CranK was really, really nice. I still like the blue team's chances in this game since they hold on to all these expansions, whereas this one got knocked down. And to be honest, this one took a little bit of damage, but most part remained mining. The gold, though, those gold minerals are so important. He's got a couple thousand resources here that he could mine as the game progresses forward. And he sees, oh, you got a planetary. Okay, well, I'm going to take this gold. Oh, I think Lillekanin's pissed. Lillekanin's like, why are you spreading creep? I'm trying to take this expansion. I'm trying to take this base. But I think the tank should be enough to knock this down. I don't know that he wants to use Banelings to kill that. Man, Ultralisks look so freaking cool. But he kills one of MMA's Medivacs. Oh, he just, I'm sorry, I missed that, guys. He totally distracted. I was really distracted by the pretty Ultralisks. Wait, where'd they go? Oh, here we go. Pretty. Anyway, this planetary fortress is totally dead. We have 5 Colossi yet again. Good number of 3/3 Zealots. But can he actually shatter this? With the support of the Ultralisks, the Zealots are totally useless. Like, Ultras wreck Zealots harder than anything in the game. There are some Immortals, though. And the Immortals are definitely going to be useful. Oh, the Ling counterattack got into the base, so he's forced to warp in some more Zealots and Dark Templar, which cuts quite heavily into CranK's tank. As CranK, he's now maxed out, but a lot of that supply brought back home, and that planetary being killed off. MMA is broke, guys. You know why? Because MMA's main base is close to mined out. MMA's natural, close to mined out. And MMA's gold, well, he was knocked off of it for a good amount of time, but he also invested a lot into those earlier command centers that got killed. And the Lings, it's like, yeah, your DTs are going to kill my Lings, but I'm going to kill all your probes first. Wow, he knocks down every single probe at this base. Oh, did CranK select all army hotkey? Because these Zerglings are still in your base. No. And these Lings with the Adrenal glands can actually kill the Zealots. They're not particularly worried about those. Jeez Louise, I think this is it. I think CranK and MMA are going to try to make one last desperate push into the opposing team that, oh, they're spreading out. I think he wants to move in with just like an epic concave. MMA scans. He's like, okay, this is it. This is my moment. Trying to push into this massive force. The tanks are going to siege up for Lillekanin. He's got some DTs mixed in here too, but there is a Raven on the map for Lillekanin, and now he's getting ready. Here we go. Marines, Zealots, DTs, Archons flashing into the Colossi. The tanks are spreading the back. He abducts all of the Colossi straight into the middle of the Ultralisks, and they instantly die. The next big wave of DT Immortal comes in on the right side, where the siege tanks have a very difficult time cleaning this up, and MMA CranK trying to kill this, but the Remax is coming up. 6 more Ultralisks against Immortals. Maybe that's a bit presumptuous of me to think that could actually work, but he does have a couple of siege tanks in the back cleaning up the bio. These Immortals don't really have an answer, though. Banshees are coming out for Lillekanin. I do actually really like this switch because there's not that many Marines with this army, and there's actually no other form of anti-air. So the Ultras get wrecked by the Immortals. That goes without saying. These should not be particularly effective. Actually, the landed Vikings aren't working either. MMA and CranK don't really have anything behind this as the expansions are continuing to be picked off by like all these burrowed Lings and what have you. So they need to just win the game right here. The only problem is I just don't see how they're going to be able to do that unless they keep killing pure Ultras. I'd like to see him just focus on the Zerglings since there's not much of a counter for those at this point in the game. He abducts the siege tank, but it doesn't even take any damage. And suddenly I'm wondering, okay, are the Immortals close to dead? He's got 2 Immortals left with this army. The Banshees are really starting to be the game. Okay, the Banshees will definitely end this because all the Marines are gone. I was really wondering how long it would take for them to kill this army. But another big wave is moving down the map for MMA. He actually stimmed it once to try and chase. I just don't think that there's much else they can do because they have no income. And GG is called. Lillekanin and HaNfy take the first map of the best of 3 decider match for, for this page.